What up, homie? We hit 20,000 subscribers, and as promised, today I'm doing a Q&A and a giveaway for you. Make sure you stick around all the way to the end because I'm gonna give you all the giveaway details, and it's gonna be over $150 worth of free stuff. So stay tuned for that. Now, let's have some fun with it. Let's get into the questions. Alright, so Doug Blatt Music asks, can you talk about your first dating experience with a spicy señorita? Alright, so I'm guessing he's talking about dating a Latina girl, and that brings me back to 3 years ago when I was living in Medellin, Colombia for the first time.
What's up, guys? Dave from Postgrad Casanova, coming to you from our new rooftop in Medellin, Colombia. It's awesome.
So we were out at the club in Medellin. I'd probably only been there like 1 or 2 weeks at the time, and I see this big group of spicy señoritas, and there's this one girl. She has short hair, she's a little pequeño, but she is super sexy. She immediately caught my eye. I was like, I need to talk to that girl. So I go up, approach the whole group. They end up being Mexican and a super good time, and I end up clicking really well with the short-haired girl. Turns out they were all studying abroad from Mexico, and me and my friends ended up hanging out with them and their crew a lot of the time that we were in Medellin. I had a great experience dating that girl for a few months, and it really helped me to learn Spanish a bit better and opened my mind to Mexican culture. And me and my friends realized, like, yo, Mexicans are pretty cool. Like, this is a pretty fun group. Maybe we should go there next. And that's part of how I wound up in Mexico. Duck Goose 1986 asks, so what got you into doing videos about talking to girls? Well, when I got good with girls, it showed me that I could do something that I thought was impossible. And this helped me to break through in so many other areas of my life. It got me into online business. It got me to start traveling the world. It made me realize that if I could do this one thing I thought was impossible, then why not anything else? So it really changed the way I live my life. And I wanted to help other guys see that as well, which is why I started my blog and started coaching. Then when my buddy Dave from How to Be started YouTube a couple years ago, he's like, bro, you gotta start a channel too. Come on. Eventually I'm like, all right, let's do it. And here we are. Show Up Celeria asks, how did you and your girl meet? Well, it's kind of a funny story. So I was at the corner taco shop getting my fix in, taking a bite of a delicious taco. All of a sudden I look up and lock eyes with a sexy Mexican girl. That sexy Mexican girl was Ayuki, and the rest is history. I'm just kidding, guys. Here's the real story. So I just gone out the night before, and I stayed out till like 5 a.m. partying. I was super hungover and laying in bed. I did what most guys do in this situation. I pull out Tinder, start swiping, and that's when I come across Ayuki's profile. She was looking pretty good, so I gave her that super like.
Yeah, guys, but I got like 100 super likes, so I didn't even notice.
Damn, girl. But I managed to wade my way through all those other jamoke super likers out there, and we started a conversation.
Yeah, we went to get a coffee after that.
That's right. I remember she left her purse at the coffee shop after we walked out. She had to run back and get it. I'm like, this girl's a freaking jamoke.
Yeah, it was super embarrassing.
But I gave her a second chance. We ended up going to the grocery store, getting some cheap wine, and having a little drink at my spot. Then the second date, we went to salsa lessons, and honestly, once she saw this rhythm right here, man, she couldn't resist. It was game over.
Yeah, you actually dance pretty well to be a gringo.
That's right, guys.
I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect.
Okay, so Adesh Pratap says, how did you start traveling the world after quitting your job? So I bought a plane ticket, hopped on a flight, and boom, I was traveling the world. I'm just kidding, guys. So the real story is I quit my job and I started learning copywriting, which is email marketing, sales page writing, and that kind of stuff. I had one friend who was living out in Vietnam as a digital nomad, and he's like, bro, I'm gonna try to hook you up with some jobs out here. So he did exactly that. He sent me an application for this copywriting gig, and I applied. I didn't have a lot of experience, but I had some passion. I was excited about it. The guy who was hiring could tell, even though I didn't have as much experience as the other applicants, he gave me the job because of that passion. And boom, I had a job in Vietnam making $2K a month. But about a month after I got out there, the guy had a meeting with me. He's like, man, I can't afford to pay you a full salary anymore. I'm just gonna have to keep you on for contract work. So basically my salary was cut in half to $1,000 a month. I remember walking home from that conversation, I'm like, shit man, I don't even have enough money to buy a flight home from Vietnam. Like, I'm trapped here. So I was like, all right, I ain't gonna die out here and I ain't gonna start teaching English. I'm gonna start hustling. So that's what I did.
I'm sipping smoothies, got this laser vision. I hustle harder than Rocky Balboa chasing chickens.
All that hustling allowed me to start getting gigs and building my network out. Sometimes those hard travel experiences, those difficult, those hardship times, man, they make you into a better man. So Steven, y'all have some really hard Instagram names, by the way. Maybe you'll make those easier. But Steven says, how is life in Mexico different than the USA, and how has it changed you personally? Ayuki, what's some of the ways you think is different than the US?
I mean, it's this a super colorful country. It's just like so vivid. You can travel to beautiful places, like super easy.
The weather is awesome here, like especially in Mexico City. It's probably around like 70 to 75 degrees for most of the day and most of the year. Most people think of Mexico, they're like, oh, it's super hot, it must be by a beach the whole time. That's not the case for every city. As far as how it's changed me personally, I say it's probably made me a little bit more patient, because you do gotta deal with some bullshit sometimes, right? People are a lot more flaky than they are in the US. It's just kind of like a Latino thing. What do you think? Ayuki's not that flaky, to be fair, but a lot of like my friends always complain, and the girls are always flaking on them in dates and stuff, because people say they're gonna be somewhere, and then they don't show up.
That happens sometimes.
Yeah, not just on dates, but like plumbers, service work, everything. But overall, it's been real fun, and Mexico is a great place to live. So Danny Blank 21 asks, what are your top 3 favorite countries? I have to say Mexico, Thailand, and Germany, specifically Berlin in the summertime. Haven't been to Germany in wintertime. I hear it gets very cold. Summertime is beautiful though. The sun stays out till like 10:30 p.m. Nightlife is great, man. It's worth checking out.
We can pretend the time is still. Stay in the daydream, chase the thrill. Make up the way.
Mohammed Daduli asks, could you tell us more about your copywriting career? How'd you start? How did you work, etc.? Mohammed, for all the rest of you, I taught myself copywriting. Basically, I was always a good writer. I knew that that's a skill I wanted to learn, and so I researched how to learn it online, and I followed those processes and figured it out. Getting clients is the harder part, and if this is something you want to do, working online, being able to travel, get paid for it, I recommend checking out my buddy Dennis DeMore's book, Freelance Foundations. That's the best resource I know of for getting freelance gigs and to start getting paid online so you can travel the world. If you want to check that out, I left the link in the description. So Zachary Robles asks, what was the biggest game changer for financial gains in your 20s? Real simple, bro. My best-selling book, Conversation Casanova, it sold over 40,000 copies in 2.5 years to people all over the world, which is crazy to me, but it allowed me to start making passive income, which has allowed me to work on anything I want and basically anything I care about. So Jamie Glenn, aka Coach Glenn Byrne, I see you in the comments, bro. He says, hi man, congrats again on 20K. Thanks, bro. I've watched your channel grow from the start, and I'd love to know how you came to be authentic with your own style of being a YouTuber. Well, the truth is, bro, I'm still figuring out my style and trying to figure out what works for different kinds of videos, but I learn with each new video I create. For a new guy who's coming into the game trying to make it work, I recommend figuring out a topic that you thoroughly enjoy, that people also want to learn about, and that you're actually going to want to keep talking about for years to come. And if you start it, dedicate yourself to it. Realize it's going to be a grind. You're probably going to suck at first, but that's part of the game. My older videos are really shitty, but they've gone better over time, and I'm still improving.
Don't care about the place we found. We'll still be up, still be up. We're in this together. We both fall down. Doesn't matter if the sun goes up.
So Paris Reagan says, explain your workout routine. All right, bro, so I actually just worked out. I'm over here at my gym in Mexico City. My workout routine is basically, I do full body workouts 2 days on, then I take 1 day off, and I'll switch it up each month for sets, reps, and volume, and I'll basically try to up the weight every single week by 2.5 to 5 pounds to keep that muscle building. The specific routine I use is actually a workout by David from How to Beast.
If you want to check out some of his workouts, he does personalized routines. Just fill out his physique quiz. I'll link it in the description below. So Shuab Shaleri is coming in with another hard-hitting question. What sports do you play / what do you do in your free time? Well, in terms of what sports I play, I've been playing basketball over here twice a week. It's a little different in Mexico though. Basketball over here, they don't have three-pointers, and they never have a net in the courts. It's kind of like rugby too. It's ridiculous, but it's still fun. I've also been playing American football once a week, which has been cool. If you're in Mexico City, hit me up. Come through and play. I play QB, bro. I'm like the recreational Tom Brady. You can't stop me. But yeah, playing sports, at least recreationally, is something I recommend every man to do. It's a great way to get some physical activity, great way to stay in shape. And for me, I get kind of an anger issue sometimes, so it helps me release some of my aggression and stay calm throughout the week. So Nick Magliano asks, at what moment did you realize you were successful and how did it feel? Success is a funny concept, man. I think a lot of guys see success and think, oh, once I get to this level, my life is gonna be complete. But it's not really like that. You gotta stay hungry. That being said, one big criteria for me for success is having freedom. So when I bought that plane ticket to Vietnam, moved out there, and that was kind of the beginning of my life of travel in the world, that was a moment of success for me because I proved a lot of people wrong that I could make it happen online. But all that was still just the beginning. There's been a lot more successes and failures along the way. But through it all, I've tried to keep leveling up and creating good habits and just trying to become the man I know I can be. And that's a journey, you know, success is a journey. That's what you gotta realize.
Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be.
All right, it's time for the giveaway. Here's how it's gonna work. I'm gonna pick 3 winners, and here's what you're gonna get. PDF copies of my 2 best-selling books, Conversation Casanova and The Hookup Handbook. So you're gonna learn how to flirt with girls and how to be great in bed. So you're gonna be all set. You're also gonna get lifetime access to my flagship course, Casanova Academy, where I show you exactly how to talk to girls, show you video demonstrations, and it's packed with over 5 hours of content and bonuses to help you become awesome with women. So yeah, man, it's over $160 in value. It's no joke. So if you want to get a chance to win it, here's how to enter. First, subscribe to me on YouTube. So just hit that button right down below. Second, follow me on Instagram. It's right here at Dave Perrotta. And third, tag 2 of your friends in my latest Instagram post. I'm gonna announce the winners tomorrow on my Instagram story. So go ahead and do those 3 things right now to make sure you enter and have a chance to win. Thanks again for helping me reach 20K. I'll see y'all in the next video.